next question is, I hear you get to skip a payment when you buy a house versus rent a house. Is that true? Well, it's kind of true and it's kind of not true. Here's the part that's not true. It's not, I mean, let's think about banks. Do you really think banks let you live in a house for free and quote unquote really skip a payment? No. From the first day you own it, you're paying interest. So let's set that aside though. How it feels to you is you're probably going to feel like you do skip a payment, and let me explain to you why. When you go to rent a place, let's say you're starting on August 1st. They're going to ask you for August rent, and that's going to pay for August. Then September 1st, you're going to know September's rent, et cetera, et cetera. That's how rental works. That's what is locked in people's brains. Now, when you buy a house, it's kind of backwards from that. And so let's say you purchased a house on August 1st. Well, since most of your loan is interest, most of your payment in your loan is interest, how much interest do you owe the first day? Well, not very much. You don't owe hardly anything. And so it takes a whole month to actually get enough interest up to go into a payment. So really, on September 1st is when you pay for all of August, because you're paying interest from the month behind. So when you purchase a house on August 1st, you're typically, through a process that will get kind of complicated, which I won't bother to go into detail, you pay some prepaid interest at closing. And so typically, if you buy on August 1st, your first payment is not going to be September 1st. It's actually not going to be until October 1st. And so it feels like you're skipping a payment. You're thinking, hey, I bought a house in August, my first payment's not until October 1st. I got to skip a payment in September. And you truly will. I mean, you won't have to make that payment. And really what happened was, is at closing, you paid a little bit extra to pay for the rest of the month of August, and then on October 1st, you paid for all of September. So really, August was paid ahead of time at closing, and all of September was paid for in October, and so there was nothing more to pay in September. I realize that sounds kind of confusing, and that's one of the reasons that we're here to work you through all that, but it will feel like you skip a payment. It's true.